Good morning, everybody, and I hope everybody had a great Super Bowl. Good morning, Hank. I know you always do well. How's your day today?
My day's okay. I had a very disappointing day yesterday. I made a little bit of money because as I said last week, my big play was on the under. I saw where Musburger's big play was on the teaser, which he lost. But, something that was one of the worst performances by a team in the history of Super Bowls. I mean, the Rams did nothing. I have a friend who was the league observer in NFL games, and he works the replay stuff in the press box, and he did all the Rams home games this year. And I called during the halftime. They had a couple of guys over there, and he said that this was not the Rams team he saw all year. He said they didn't run their offense. Something was wrong with the way they failed to use, number 30. He wasn't hurt. You could see that he had a couple of good running plays, but he just failed to use them. There's something wrong there. I don't think McVay likes him. It was obvious to me that Anderson was not going to do anything. They were ready for him. But Gurley was never used as a receiver out of the backfield. Not once. They never used, he never threw passes, short passes, the passes that worked for him all year. Those little out passes, those little swing passes, those short slants that they had used all year. Where were those? They never ran them. All he kept doing was trying to throw the ball downfield to Woods. Their game plan was to run into the defense twice, inside, and on third down, you throw the ball downfield.
Yeah, it was... The whole game was
very strange because it's like the coach froze. He wasn't ready for this. And I'll tell you something. They may not be back for a long time, as I said on Friday. You never know. Goff is going to take a lot of blame, but I don't think they put him in a position to be successful. And by the way, he threw a great pass to Woods in the end zone that Woods couldn't hold on to. Would have been a big difference in the game. And then he threw the interception. It was his fault, but and Burleson on the NFL show this morning made his usual dumb comment. He said, I wonder what would have happened on that pass if he'd have thrown it deeper in the end zone. Threw a perfect pass. It was right in his hand. The guy dropped it. Couldn't hold on to it. He should have caught the ball.
Yeah, it was I enjoyed the day. I mean, I did have the Patriots. Customers had the Patriots. We gave out like 15 props. We did well on those. I was wrong about the total. And when you're wrong, I was really wrong about the total. So,
well, I was really right.
Yeah, you were.
That.
Yeah, you were.
But I'll tell you something. Keith Olbermann sent out a message on Facebook at the half and said, is anybody awake out there? It was a very hard game to watch.
Oh, yeah, it really was.
It was just boring.
I know. I was at a couple parties. I had one party for the first half, another party for the second half, and they were both close together, so I didn't have much drive time. And people were so bored with it. It was just one of those things. Nothing was in sync. It was an unbelievable game.
Well, I had three props, three big plays and props. I went over for Brady, and he didn't get there. And I had over interceptions and over on sacks, which I hit on both of those. But Brady didn't have a great game. He didn't play well. In one drive, no touchdown passes. People who bet Brady in props came away very disappointed. I have a friend who plays nothing but props, and he thought Brady over 294 yards was a great bet. That number sailed over 300 at game time, and he didn't come close.
He did not look good, Hank. He was short on a lot of passes. He missed a lot of passes. The pass to Gronk was excellent, and the pass, the two passes at the end to Gronk were excellent. But other than that,
outside of Gronk and number 11, he didn't do anything.
No, the whole game was Gronk and Edelman. Gronk, Edelman.
I mean, he never threw the ball to any other receiver.
I was really glad they gave the most valuable player to Edelman and didn't give it to Brady.
Well, I was with some people at a party at one of the hotels, and the guy I was sitting with, he said, "Who do you think the MVP is?" I said, "There's no question. For sure, it shouldn't even be an issue." And it was, they gave it to the right guy.
They definitely did.
I mean, they could have given it to a defensive player, I guess, but.
Yeah, that's true. Hightower dropping that interception was huge, too. I mean, that could have made a big difference.
Well, Hightower could have gotten the MVP also.
Yep.
He was all over the place. He played a great game. But I'll tell you something. I called up my former boss at ESPN, who's still in charge, and I had talked to him earlier in the day, and he called me. And there's a show coming up that they're talking about. Asked me if I was interested, which I am. But anyway, I said, hey, they should reward the Saints by letting the winner of this game play them. And he said, that's great. And ESPN used that on SportsCenter later. But you know something? If I'm the Saints and I'm watching that game, it just exacerbated this. They watched that game and they couldn't beat a combination of both of those teams the way they played yesterday. The Saints would have won against either team in a walkover. There would have been any question the way those teams played yesterday.
Well, when I look back at some of the futures that I made at the beginning of the year, I had the Saints winning the NFC and the Patriots winning the AFC, playing in the Super Bowl with the Saints winning. So I was kind of depressed when that play happened in New Orleans the week before, and the way it turned out, I think I'd have won that bet.
Well, Commissioner could have been the star. Saints play the winner.
Well, it is what it is. Now it's on to basketball. We don't have very many games today, but obviously it's basketball season now. The NBA will go through their All-Star break, and things will get more serious there. Of course, college basketball, we only have like 8 games left for most of these teams before they get to their tournaments. So that's interesting. We've got a nice run ahead of us with that. And then baseball is a month away. So we've got a lot to look forward to. They'll be talking
about spring training starts in a couple of weeks.
That's right, it does. Yeah, it's pretty exciting, and I'm looking for. I mean, the one thing about sports, as long as there's nobody striking or anything, there's always a lot going on. And of course, you got hockey. You're into hockey, and of course, you're always into horses, so that's exciting as well. So a lot going on. Anything you want to cover today?
Well, there was some stakes races. The first preliminaries to the Triple Crown were run. The Withers in New York, and the Holy Bull in Florida, and California, the Bob Lewis Stakes. The California Stakes were marred by bad weather. track was real sloppy. And then a horse, and we surprised a lot of people, was a horse called Harvey Wallbanger, who went off for 25 to 1. And they asked the owner afterwards, was there a story behind the naming of the horse? Yeah, a bunch of us used to get together for drinks all the time, and we drank Harvey Wallbanger. So, it's named after the drink.
I remember that drink, but I don't remember what was in it. Do you remember what was in that drink?
Yeah, it was rum and orange juice and some other kind of fruit juice they put in it. Very tasty. But anyway, the horse came up the rail and won in a big upset. Maximum Mischief is a horse who was right now labeled himself as a pre-race favorite, but they got a long way to go between now and the first Saturday in May. But Maximum Mischief is a horse who's kind of like identified himself as a pre-race horse, pre-derby horse to watch. And you know, there'll be plenty of races. New York still has Aqueduct still has a couple of stakes races leading up to the Wood Memorial, and these horses are going to start moving around looking for different spots. So we'll be keeping an eye on that.
Yeah, that's something to look forward to, and on a weekly basis we'll update the fans about that. Right now, I mean, we don't, you know, it's a little bit post Super Bowl hangover now, when most people are talking about the props and what happened and what didn't happen. And if you had to name the Final Four in the NCAA basketball tournament, would you have a guess now who it might be?
Well, certainly Duke would be there. I think Michigan State lost their top player, but they're still playing well. He actually went down 2 games ago, and they're 6-1 since he got hurt. But I think Virginia is probably going to be around, another ACC team. And there's ECU. It's very well coached, and, playing well right now. And Kentucky. I mean, I think Kentucky, Duke, and Virginia are going to be 3 of them. I don't know what's going to happen with Michigan. They're a little erratic lately. Too much dependability on the long ball, and they don't play great defense at times. And I think they're going to be a disappointment when they get to the tournament time. Somebody's going to knock them off.
Yeah, you know, we won't get anything from the West. There's just nothing strong enough out there.
You might get Gonzaga.
Well, yeah, that if they can get by the fact that they don't play that much quality competition, they have the talent. They are.
Well, they played quality competition at the beginning of the year, and they actually beat Duke.
They have the talent. There's no question. They've had the talent for a number of years. I mean, they lost to North Carolina a couple of years ago in a big game. Yeah, they could be there. The ACC or the SEC, anything down there.
North Carolina played a great game this past weekend against Louisville. They crushed them. And Kentucky's playing well right now.
Yeah, they really are. They turned it around pretty good. Well, they got a lot of talent and a good coach. It's going to be exciting. How about a dark horse? Somebody that could sneak up and get in there and make some waves.
Washington.
Out of the Pac-12. Wow.
They're playing very well.
Yep. Be nice to get a little.
And out of the Big Ten, Purdue.
Yeah, Purdue's made some headway. They're doing well. Yeah, they are.
And, North Carolina, they got a lot of talent on that team. And, he's a good coach.
Well, we haven't mentioned Villanova. I'm shocked they get back.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they're pretty good, playing well.
Yeah.
And they have a great. They have
the best ball right now.
They have a great coach. He does a great job.
Yeah, Wright's terrific.
Well, Hank, it's a little slow today, but we'll be back here Wednesday. Hank's picks and mine, of course. Go to jimfeist.com, register, subscribe, listen to the podcasts, take a look at our picks. We got them up there every day. Thanks, Hank. I appreciate it today. Have a good day.
All right, Jim.
Okay, buddy.
You too.